Okay, as it says on the slides, my name is Andrej. I'm here basically representing GNU Radio. I've been a GNU Radio contributor, and I've been also doing things in the organization, but I also had the pleasure to be a GSOC mentor this year for my second year. And since no other people from the current GSOC part of GNU Radio are present this time, I took the opportunity to tell you a little bit about just what GNU Radio is doing with Google Summer of Code or Summer of Code in general. Yes, perfect. Thanks. So first, a little survey. So who knows what Google of Summer of Code is? So it's about half, like always. Thanks. Who participated in Google Summer of Code as a student or as a mentor? So that's not about half. That's basically just a few people around here. And who in here is an educator working with undergraduate students or graduate students? Okay, a few. That's cool. So you should stay. Don't leave, please. So what is Google Summer of Code? So Google Summer of Code is basically Google having a bunch of money and trying to support open source projects. How that works is basically projects can register or sign up with Google and then propose ideas and then basically get a summer intern which is paid by Google to participate in this open source project. And yeah, GNU Radio was quite lucky to be able to participate since about 2020, since 2012. And there was another project basically copied by the European Space Agency, which was called Summer of Code in Space, which was only held a few years. But also GNU Radio was part of that. So to give you a brief timeline about all of the projects and all of the students that had the pleasure to work with GNU Radio and with GSOC, I just copied together a bunch of information so people who don't know what was accomplished in all of these projects can have you can get an idea. So it started with 2012, and then basically every year there were like at least 3 or 4 projects. You see 2014, there have been 5 projects even. And if you look at the names behind there, there's names that are also sitting in this room. Like there's a Markus Müller, there's a Johannes Demel, and on the other side we have other people that are also still around, not in this room, but like for example in 2017 Hakon participated as a student, and now he is basically the project administrator for GNU Radio. So he is basically running the whole GSOC part of GNU Radio, together with some other people. So in the last few years we had fewer and fewer projects. So sometimes, if I go to the slide before, so you see there is a gap in 2018, and also in the last 4 years, basically 2020, 21, you see there's only one project, and that's not because Google wouldn't give us more projects. It's mostly because we are lacking, let's say, participation by students and also educators and mentors submitting ideas. So this is sort of also meant as a, let's say, motivation for you to contribute your idea and mentor a student, or let's say send your students to GNU Radio to propose their participation. And yeah, not to forget, we have a long list of mentors, many of which are also sitting in this room. So we also have to thank them for spending their time mentoring students and advancing both education but also the current state of GNU Radio. So implementing new features, doing cool projects. And how is this currently organized? As I said, the main guy right now is Hakon, and he's organizing things on the project side, like talking to Google, doing all the admin stuff. He's also supported by Sebastian Kozlowski, who also was mentoring before. So, like, yeah, there's a lot of overlap in mentoring and also running the project. And for the past 1 or 2 years, or I think for this year, those are the mentors that were active in mentoring. So yeah, I got the pleasure to mentor a student as well. And yeah, maybe for 2025 you can also be part of the GSOC organization. So basically, you just have to propose an idea and or send a message to Hakon or Sebastian if you have an idea, or if you just want to mentor and you don't have an idea, you can also just sign up. And a few reasons why you should participate. So as a mentor, you can have a cool project if you are most of you here, you are basically running on a lack of time. So you have a lot of cool ideas, but your time is limited in your free time or even in your professional time. So you can basically just have a free student in the summer who gets paid and implements your idea. And the only thing you have to do is to help them. And as a student, of course, you get paid to contribute to open source, which is, let's say, if you get started with open source, is not as easy. So, and you can do a summer internship at a new exciting community and get in touch with many people and also have your work publicly available. So that's also always quite nice, and you not always get the opportunity if you work at a company to get like public code. And of course, as an educator, you can excite your students and send them to the GNU Radio project, and they will be implementing a cool project in the summer term, in the summer break. And then in the next semester, they come back with many more ideas and many more experiences. And they might become very good DSP experts. So just to give a rough idea about a timeline, how it was this year. So basically, it starts in January, where when GNU Radio will basically again register with Google, and we will try to be accepted as a mentor or as a project organization. And then basically around February, we will have to publish ideas. So this is also where you come in. So if you have an idea, you can already, later there will be a link and a QR code to a wiki page where you can just already put your idea in. But basically by the beginning of next year, you should have contacted us with your willingness to participate and also with a possible idea. So then more or less in May, the students that get accepted, they get in touch with the community, they send a few emails, they fix a few easy bugs and get started with coding. And basically by the end of May, the students are more or less half or full-time working on their project with their mentors until the end of August. And since a few years, GSOC has also adopted a model of different sizes of projects. So some of them can be, I think, as short as 6 to 8 weeks, up till 12 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, students could also just spend a few weeks instead of 3 months. So yeah, this is the QR code that goes directly to the link below. So this is just on our wiki where we propose ideas and also propose the possible mentors. So if you have an idea and you want to mentor yourself, you can just add a new entry, and also please then contact us so we know about you and your idea. If you just have an idea and you don't have the time to mentor, still add your idea, and then of course you should talk to us, because then we might be able to find someone else within the GNU Radio organization or someone else who's contributing actively to GNU Radio to support and mentor your student, a possible student. Yeah, that's basically all I have to say. If you have more questions or comments, you can send me an email or a matrix message, or you can also just contact our GSOC project administrators directly via matrix. Yeah, and I'm also happy to take any questions if you have any.
Like very obviously, we've got Radio 4.0 coming up with huge amounts of work to be done, and a lot of these works are, you know, finding applications which might not be the perfect thing for a student to do, but there's also very important work in porting, analyzing what is the wisest way to do something. So we can do a lot of things. And well, I'll be happy to mentor, and I get there's much more.
So, may have missed this part, but say you have an idea and you reach out. I mean, we can get other people in the community to help potentially mentor.
Yes, correct. So if you just have an idea and you don't have time to mentor, like reach out to us, or add it in the wiki and reach out to us, and then we will be able to figure out to find someone else to mentor. I mean, yeah, even if we don't have the domain expert on like this particular topic, most of the mentors that are currently on this list, they can help coding and also figuring out bugs and other intricacies with working with other C++ projects.